Pandemic, politics, pressure, pain. We've lived through global chaos and personal chaos too. The question is, what do you hold on to when everything feels uncertain? Michelle Obama answers with a quiet, grounded truth. You carry a light. It may be dimmed, it may be buried, but it's in you. And when the world grows darker, your light matters more. Welcome to SR Books Insights. Today, we explore The Light We Carry, a deeply personal and practical guide for navigating uncertainty, doubt, and darkness. This isn't a how-to book, it's a how-to-keep-going book. From one of the most honest, relatable, and inspiring women of our time. Subscribe now to SR Books Insights, where we turn powerful books into transformative decisions. Let's dive in. Michelle begins with a question. What is your light? Your light is the part of you that stays calm in chaos. It's your curiosity, your creativity, your resilience, your humor, your empathy. It's the thing that helps you keep going, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Michelle shares how her light felt tested when she stepped into the White House. Suddenly, the world was watching her, scrutinizing her hair, her tone, her race, her smile. She writes, I knew I was being judged on a different scale, and I didn't always know how to respond. She didn't always feel strong, but she knew she couldn't give the world her power. She had to protect her light. So she created rituals, personal rules, mental boundaries. Tiny things that helped her remember, I'm still me. What is your light? And how do you protect it when you feel judged, misunderstood, or overwhelmed? Uncertainty is universal. From pandemics to personal loss, Michelle reminds us, we all face moments that shake us. What matters is, what do you reach for in those moments? Michelle reveals her personal toolkit. Routine, making her bed every morning, walking the dogs, setting a rhythm to her day connection, calling friends, being vulnerable, staying in community movement, staying active, letting her body release what her mind holds creativity, knitting, journaling, baking. Perspective, reminding herself this too shall pass. These aren't random habits, they're anchors. They're ways to regain control when the world feels uncontrollable. She writes, sometimes we don't need a solution, we just need a rhythm. Build your own light toolkit. Name 3 things you can do when everything feels uncertain. Things that bring you calm, clarity, or connection. Let's talk about the voice in your head. Michelle calls it the kitchen table, where all her inner critics gather. They say, you're not good enough. You don't belong here. Who do you think you are? Even with decades of success, Michelle still hears those voices. But here's the difference. She doesn't believe them. She listens, she nods, then she takes the lead. Confidence, she says, is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. She shares stories from her Princeton days, feeling out of place as one of the few Black women in her class. She remembers walking into rooms where no one looked like her, and still taking a seat at the table. The next time your mind gets loud, ask, is this voice helping me or holding me back? Then act from your values, not your fears. Big challenges can make us freeze. Michelle's advice? Go small. When the world feels heavy, she focuses on one walk, one cup of tea, one scarf to knit one real conversation. These small things become lifelines. They help us return to ourselves. She writes, I believe in the power of tiny victories. In the White House, she learned that change doesn't happen in speeches. It happens in kitchens, classrooms, and quiet conversations. What tiny thing brings you peace? What's one small, doable act of self-care or kindness you can offer today? Is this giving you new strength? Share it with someone who needs this light. And subscribe to SR Books Insights for weekly soul fuel from the world's most powerful books. Let's keep going. Loneliness is a quiet pandemic, and Michelle doesn't pretend to be immune. She shares how isolation crept in, even when surrounded by cameras, people, and crowds. The antidote? Connection. Michelle reflects on her best friend Gail, their texts, their laughter, their realness. She shares how sisterhood saved her in college, and how mentorship with older and younger women gave her fuel and purpose. You don't have to carry it alone, she says. Being strong doesn't mean doing everything by yourself. Who's in your circle of light? Who sees you without judgment? Reach out. Be that for someone else. Because when one person lights up, others follow. You may be surprised, but one of Michelle's biggest personal discoveries during lockdown was knitting. Yes, yarn, needles, scarves, mistakes, patterns. At first, it was just a distraction, but over time, she realized it was a metaphor. Knitting became a reminder that progress is slow, that mistakes are part of the process, that we can unravel and still begin again. She writes, "Knitting gave me a way to see growth, even when the world outside felt stalled." What repetitive, focused action helps you feel grounded? Whether it's art, writing, cooking, puzzles, use it as a form of meditation, not just mastery. As a Black woman, Michelle spent much of her life shrinking to make others comfortable. But the light we carry is also a call to expand. She encourages all of us, especially women, to claim space, to speak truth, to stop apologizing for our dreams, our voice, our ambition. She shares how she taught her daughters this early. Don't wait for permission. Walk in with your head high. She reflects on painful moments, being underestimated, dismissed, doubted, and how she kept showing up. Don't shrink your light to fit into someone else's shadow. You were born to shine. Not just for you, but for those still looking for direction. Michelle's final message? Carry your light and pass it on. Leadership isn't about a title. It's about presence. It's about the mom making breakfast while exhausted, the teacher showing up for one more kid, the leader admitting they don't know, but still listening. When you live with light, you help others find theirs. You may not fix the world, she says, but you can brighten your corner of it. This week, do one thing that brings light to yourself or someone else. So, what's the light you carry? It might be love, it might be patience, it might be truth, it might be hope. Whatever it is, protect it, nourish it, and never underestimate it. The world is chaotic, but you are steady, you are sacred, you are enough. Share this episode with someone whose light you admire. Follow SR Book Insights for more books that shape minds, strengthen hearts, and inspire lives. This is The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama, narrated by SR Books Insights. This is more than mindset. It's a mission. Keep seeking, keep growing, keep giving, and together, let's make the world rich again.